You know how it is. You walk into the house at the end of a long day and are too tired to face the clutter. Or worse, you wake up in the morning and the sight of all that you need to do drains your energy before you even get started. Maybe you turn to distraction or escape methods to dealing with all of it because you really just want to relax. And what about the times you planned on tackling one box at a time, but the contents seem to only shift from one box to another location, so the problem went unsolved and your time and energy were wasted? Then there's the fact that you might not have help because no one else seems to care or is bothered by the mess, so why should you? Maybe you're secretly afraid that being organized will stifle your creativity and freedom to do whatever you want to do. What if you're extremely busy and seriously cannot take on one more thing? And do you ever say, I have no clue where to start or what to do? I'm overwhelmed and feel like I have no organization skills. If any of these things sound familiar to you, leave a comment and share which of these sound like your experience. Today, I will share 3 tips to begin organizing your chaotic space into your favorite place. My name is Karina Conway, and my husband and I own Happy Moose Farm, where we have a mission to bring life back to home. To confess, I became an interior designer 22 years ago because I experienced every one of those thoughts and feelings I just mentioned. I wanted a beautiful home and was looking for a way to get my household chaos under control. And to hold myself accountable, I started an interior design and organization business. My aim was first and foremost interior design, but demand in my area was for organization services, and I spent over a decade helping my clients. I learned many valuable skills and was invited to teach classes on organization. That being said, I'm still human. I still have my weaknesses in home management, and life has a way of hitting, and hitted it, it hit me broadside multiple times since that time and changed my path. But I am super grateful that I've been able to hold on to the things that I learned and taught, because 5 years ago, my husband and I had to quickly move into an unfinished tiny house, then found out less than a week later we were expecting a baby. Living in this 12-foot by 30-foot space has put me to the test in my organization skills. But it seems like I passed that test because when I had major surgery last year, I received a compliment from someone who was bringing me a meal. She said that my house was surprisingly very well organized for such a tiny space. All I could see was the negatives, the dirt, and the clutter. But she saw all the little things I had put into practice that had become a natural part of my daily life. And I want that victory for you too. Simple changes that make a big impact in your life. It is very healing. If you would like a little more help on your journey to transform your chaotic space into your favorite place, I have a free printable workbook to put my tips into action. You can find the link in the details of this video or in the comments. Let's dive into these 3 tips right now. Tip number 1, interview yourself and your family. What do you want to do with this specific space? What do you want it to feel like? What do you want it to look like? What do you already do in this space? What is absolutely necessary in this space for those purposes? So, why does this even matter? Well, when you determine what your space is going to look and feel like and what activities will take place there, you're able to have laser focus and more energy to conquer whatever is standing in your way of creating this space. This will also help you save time and money by holding off on buying totes, boxes, and storage systems until you have cleared the clutter and know what storage you might need later on when you're ready to transform your room. When one of my clients got intentional about a spare room becoming her craft room, and not just a craft room, but she focused it on becoming a specific craft room, she was able to eliminate all other items from the room that were now just clutter standing in her way. And then, after she eliminated all that clutter, she was able to organize her supplies that she wanted to keep in there for that specific craft. It made a huge difference. It had previously been the catch all room, and she created a place where she could unwind after working with the public all day. It was very important to her. Tip number 2, take before pictures of every angle of your space: north, south, east, west, floor, ceiling, everything. Why does this matter? Well, every day we walk through the same areas of our houses. If we haven't taken care of different things, our brain gets used to working around it, and we can forget all the things that need our attention. So pictures help you see your space with a new perspective. You can sit down and look at your pictures and make a plan according to what you're seeing in the pictures. It also helps you see the physical condition of the room where you might need to do a few repairs. This tip has been one of the best eye-opening exercises for my students when I was teaching classes. I would actually hear gasps of horror at the thought of it, but their later feedback was that it helped them to see what they needed to do. So nobody wants to take pictures of their messy house, but if you do it, I promise it will help you open your eyes. And it's horrific, but it's a good exercise. Tip number 3, sort items into categories. Keep, sell, and toss were popular categories on TV shows about organization years ago. I definitely use those categories, but I find that it's much better to part with items through donating them than to hold on to them in one part of the house to wait for a yard sale and all that entails. Lots of time and energy, and you're using it up with little in return. So my uh, categories are keep, sell, toss, donate, and then only sell those items that have a high value. They're not going to be saved for a yard sale. You're going to find a buyer. So why are different categories important? And these are not even the whole list of categories that you can come up with. It's important to come up with categories because sorting things out helps you take action, take inventory. So let's say I'm a person that has a lot of pins and scissors. If I can't find them, I tend to buy some sometimes. And if I gather all my items and I see that, oh, I already have 3 or 4 pair of scissors, or I already have enough pins, it helps me not to have to buy more. Um, it also helps make a plan for the items that you are going to keep. It You can check the condition of the items. Like if my scissors get dulled, I don't want to cut. Somebody's used them on something they shouldn't have. Um, I can get rid of those and keep the ones that I need. It helps build routines. When my oldest son was little, I taught him to sort and clean by categories: dishes, laundry, trash, toys. And he's older and married now, but he still cleans in that order, except his toys have become tools, which are boy toys or man toys, whatever. But because he says that it's still stuck in his head. So it does create routines. These are my 3 tips to begin organizing your chaotic space into your favorite place. Download your free organization and design plan for my favorite place by visiting the link in the description or comments. And for further help in your journey, message me with the words "I'm ready to create my favorite place," and let me know what kind of class topic would help you because I would like to create more content for you. Also, to save time and money, you could purchase the $7 upgrade to this organization and design plan for my favorite place. It will save you ink and paper and time because when you go to put in your before pictures or inspirational pictures, you don't have to go have those printed out and like glue them on or whatever. You just attach them to the Canva file, the template. So I hope this has helped, and I hope to hear some good feedback from you in the comments. Thank you.